When I was young, I can eat 30.
You can eat how many?
30.
30 of these?
Yes, that's a whole meal.
It's hard to imagine life without Chinese dumplings.
You sound like an American college student.
Yeah, I can eat 30 even now. See this?
95-year-old Cecilia Chiang showed us a whole variety, including these pot stickers, at San Francisco's Yangtze restaurant. But when Chiang first came to San Francisco's Chinatown in 1960, you couldn't find them here. What did pass for Chinese food in America was foreign to the Chinese-born Chiang.
Back in China, you didn't know mugu gai pan.
Never heard of it.
Egg foo young.
Never heard of it.
Chop suey.
No, never heard of it.
But when a botched business deal stuck Chiang with the lease for a restaurant, an accidental restaurateur was born. Chiang grew up the seventh daughter of 9 in a 52-room mansion with 2 chefs. She wasn't supposed to cook, and she hadn't until 1961, when she opened her legendary restaurant, the Mandarin, and introduced America to the grandeur of authentic Chinese cuisine, with dishes like Peking duck, kung pao chicken, and sesame shrimp.
Did you find that Americans were adventurous eaters or?
Not at all. You're adventurous in certain things. About food, they don't want to even try.
And at first, few gave the Mandarin a try. It wasn't even in Chinatown. Then, one day, powerful San Francisco columnist Herb Kane stopped by for a meal.
The business was slow, and today is so busy. What happened? And then these people walking, said you're in Herb Kane's column. I said, who is Herb Kane? You don't know? This is the guy, he can break you and make you.
For 30 years, an elegant Madame Chiang presided over the elegant restaurant that became a mandatory stop for bold-faced names.
John Lennon is the best customer of mine.
Not to mention Freddie Mercury of Queen, Luciano Pavarotti, and Jack Nicholson.
You know, Jack Nicholson starred in Chinatown, but he wasn't going to Chinatown, he was going to Mandarin.
Yeah, because Jack Nicholson is a big tipper. People love him. When he walk in, everybody say, oh, boss lady, can you give him to my table? Everybody, because Frank Sinatra, same way, big tipper.
The documentary Soul of a Banquet shows that the food world also took note, from James Beard to Julia Child to Alice Waters. Chiang taught them.
She guided us through the whole menu and how we were to experience Chinese food.
Even though she's retired, the Imperial Chiang still commands authority.
So I don't like to follow. I like to do something different. I'm not a copycat. I want to do something on my own.
It may be a myth that Marco Polo brought noodles from China, but it's a fact that Cecilia Chiang brought respect for one of the world's oldest cuisines.
And tell me the truth. Every once in a while, do you ever go and sneak some chop suey?
I think right now somehow chop suey is really disappeared.
I think I know who to blame.